All right, what's good, y'all? So I did just hold on, let me do a 360. But nah, so all right, I gotta go ahead and do my commentary on the Diddy thing. I know it's been like well weighted, but yeah, it's just been so much going on. I haven't been able to keep up, and I didn't want to do a topic on it, and it wasn't like a full understanding as to what was going on in my perspective. So now I get what's good. I get what's going on with Diddy and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my commentary on it because I'm also reacting to a video with a compilation of his, his DL gay moments or just his inappropriate moments. We could call it that way. So yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Let's go.
Can I give it to you, show you how you can take it all? Wanna break you off? Could you ever fall in love with a young nigga like myself? And I've been thinking about you, nobody else. And my love is good for you.
So now we all done heard about the Diddy thing. We know what's up. All right, so I don't have to really recap too much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give y'all my opinion on it. Now, coming from a bisexual man that's openly bisexual, I can give y'all the real opinion and perspective, even from Diddy's angle, like from our perspective on it. Everybody else is like, when you hear their perspective, it's either a straight dude, straight woman, cis dude, straight cis woman. Um, and we already know what their opinion is on it. He is a pedophile. He needs to go. He's a pedophile. He's gay. He needs to go to jail, prison, all this other stuff. He got to get what he got coming, like R. Kelly did. You know what I'm saying? So we know what the rhetoric is out in the, for the masses. All right. Now, oh yeah. Also, they'll throw the whole demonic thing in there. Because they always throw that in there when it comes to us doing things like this. All right. When I say us, I mean like being bisexual or whatever. Now, he doesn't represent being bisexual, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's a part of our community because he is not openly himself. So I digress on that. What I'm gonna say about this, y'all, is I'm not taking Diddy's side or the people's side because I have a real understanding and I empathize with Diddy. Look, y'all, this is no different from what any other man was ever gonna do or ever has done when they got money. Now there might be some men who don't do this, but if you have any kind of like dominant personality, it's gonna be difficult for you to not utilize your money, your clout, your reputation, your status as a means to get what you want in life. And I don't see this no different from what they used to do in Hollywood. If you do your research, y'all, this celebrity stuff like Hollywood, any kind of game that's in the, that makes you a celebrity or in that kind of limelight, y'all, they have always started off on paying people for sex and all that. They did that with Marilyn Monroe. They did that with many actresses. White men were doing that with many actresses back in when Hollywood first starting off. Like, so this is nothing new. It's crazy how, not only do the Jeffrey Epsteins and stuff get to kind of get away with what they got going on, the white men who do this, but when black men do it, especially don't let them do it with no men. See, R. Kelly's case was a little different because his was only with women. So they still went after his head, but I feel like the reason why Diddy's is blowing up so bad is because his is like with both, and then they included pedophiles. So that's why I can't have Diddy's side. But when it comes to like the gay part, here's my perspective on it. He ain't did nothing different than what nobody else did that got in that position. Us as men, we're gonna use what we got to get what we want, and if we got money and status and all that, that's called power. That's no different from what any other man has done. Just because he paid men to do it, just because he's got a weird personality. The way he does it. Also, I feel like that's money thing. Having money, he been rich for over 20 years, y'all. That makes people's personalities different from the average person. So he's definitely, you know, the, out of touch from reality. You could tell by how he even interacts with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the part that's funny to everybody. But honestly, I could tell that he's just detached. You know, and also I just don't feel like it's an issue with. I feel like most of these people who are coming out now, all of a sudden, they were paid by this dude to do something freaky, and then they want to come out and say something and jump on the bandwagon to get some money. All right, that's all that it is. That's basically like, remember my stories, y'all. If y'all go and watch the How to Turn Out a Straight Dude, right, that I made about a year ago, that video would be like a reason for like let's say I get really big, right, and then one of those dudes would come back and be like, let's say one of those dudes was to come back and be like, oh, he took advantage of me or whatever. You're not being taken advantage of if I offer money and you oblige. That's not being taken advantage of. Okay, as much as people want to say, oh, it's predatory behavior. Okay, I agree with that. I will say, at the least of it, I'll give y'all that it is predatory, but ain't nothing wrong with being a predator all the time. And that's what y'all got to realize: it's predator and prey in this bitch anyway. So either you're gonna be one or the other. Don't be mad because this man utilized his power and got what he wanted, and he paid certain dudes to get, straight dudes or whatever. And if he was bribing them with their careers or whatever, and they was going for it, yeah, then that's what it was. That's what it is. I'm not saying that it's cool and it's right because I don't think that it's right. However, if they went for it and they allowed to get big, they allowed themselves to get big, and then gave them some booty or whatever they did, a little strange for a piece of change, and then now mad about it and want to come out later and jump on a bandwagon, I just feel like it's bogus. I feel like all them people was just trying to get a check. There was only a few people actually taking advantage of him, and them was them minors. Okay, if anybody was a minor and they was touched by anybody that was 21 and up, I feel like you were taken advantage of straight up. All right, so that I can't have his back on that. But when it comes to the women and the men that he actually paid to have sex with them, bribed them for their careers and success, and they went for it, and they took his advances to get big and get clout, well, that was what they did. You don't come back later and be like, oh, yeah, I was taken advantage of. No, you weren't. Just because everybody in these Christians, like religious people and stuff, want to act like it's demonic and all that, it's not. It's no different from a man paying a woman for sex. That's been normal from the before time. Before, that was one of the first hustles of people, of women especially, was to sell themselves. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just giving the facts, okay? So it was never called demonic when women was getting, so when Marilyn Monroe and all them, when it was so regular back in the 50s when Hollywood just started, for them to get big, they had to do something strange for a piece of change and get to get clout and get these roles and stuff. Why was it not demonic then? Why was it not, oh, they need to go to jail? These people need to be put in prison. These Hollywood directors, these producers and all that other stuff, that like these people hold the reign to a lot of people's success. They're the gatekeepers. Y'all think they wasn't gonna take no advantage of that? I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's right, but it is just a part of the game. And I don't like how people just try to act like when it's on some gay things, then it's so bad. But hey, yeah, he definitely was with it. He was definitely on the hard. But these kind of videos have been out for years. I don't see how they never got no steam until now. The Cassie thing is what sparked it, and I feel like everybody just trying to get paid, and now it's just this domino effect. That's all I really feel is going on with bro. So, too bad for Diddy, and I just hope the best justice comes for everybody who deserves it. Not the people who's trying to just get some bread when they actually went for it after he offered them whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like they should get nothing because that's whack. But in this case, they may actually get something because of what's going on. So, hey, whatever it is what it is. You got to move more careful when you're in positions of power, and then you never know what Diddy did to get this kind of reaction from everything. So, and yeah, y'all, this is real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's an unpopular opinion, but hey, this is the reason why a lot of men around times like this, they get silent. because we've all partake in taking advantage of our power and other people's weaknesses or other people's naivety or other people's needs. If you can help somebody, most men have seen where they can help somebody and they have taken advantage of it in some way. Most people don't do stuff just selflessly out of the kindness of their heart with nothing in return. 9 times out of 10, people are doing stuff for something in return. So every other relationship is transactional, but then when it comes to these kind of relationships, when you bribing somebody, when you tell somebody that you would rather, get this or get that than to, this or that, and if they go for it, then all of a sudden you're a bad guy. But at the end of the day, this whole, basis have been set up off of unhealthy norms. Okay, when you have a capitalistic society, this is another domino effect of that. You can't have certain people with all the power and then have a whole bunch of people with no power or little to none, and then they have to beg for it or they have to do whatever it takes to get into these positions. That's why we should all have more piece of the pie, because this is the domino effect of it. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, straight dudes be so submissive to people that they deem is better than them. Just like how you look at your job, how people look at their jobs. You know how people just submit to their jobs, do whatever their job asks of them because they're paying them. What makes y'all think it's going to be any different if you're a producer or a music executive or something, a Hollywood executive, and you're employing these actors, these hot rappers, these singers, whatever you want to call them, these entertainers? That's no different from their boss or a person that can help them get to wherever they're trying to go. It's the same thing. So you think that they're not going to give a booty up? You think, I mean, this is like life-changing money that we talking about. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, this is why I have made those videos about, guys going for money, because if a dude will go for a little, $50, $60, you think they won't go for a whole life of change? Their kids get to be good. They family get to be good. You think they won't give up sacrifice a little bit of cake for that? Like, come on, y'all. Like, get real with yourselves and understand what world we living in. It don't stop just because these people are celebrities. If anything, it just gets worse. The greed gets worse. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell you, they get very submissive when it comes to money and all that. I'm actually going to make a video on how, men, straight dudes are more submissive than gay dudes and women a lot. Like, I'm trying to tell you, y'all have no idea. But, like, also, y'all, this is just a part of, like, male's anatomy. Even if you take the money out of it. Like, when Wayne made that song, I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. Like, you know how many men have literally sat and said, I wish I was rich, or I can't wait to be rich, so, because I'm going to have, a different motherfucker for each day, a bitch for each day, or a nigga for each day. Like, I'm going to have the coworker I've been having a crush on for a year for Monday. I'm going to have the dude that I used to have a crush on back in high school for Tuesday. This new bitch I saw, or this new nigga I saw at the club for Wednesday. My ex for Friday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be really, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this is nothing new. This is nothing new at all. Y'all don't know what y'all would do if y'all was to get money. Put yourselves in the position of people who are in these positions. Be empathetic. Always have empathy, y'all. Because that's where a lot of y'all's biased opinion, y'all coming from a broke mindset, coming from a mindset of a person who ain't never had no power. And I feel like women coming from that mindset because y'all can't fuck no nigga no way. Honestly, have y'all ever thought about that? Maybe women and, feminine counterparts, they feel like this because they don't think like, they don't have a dominant personality. They can't understand. They can't relate. They don't understand how it feels to be in a position of power, and you're seeing people who are way, in a lower position than you are. You can help them, and then they also sexy as hell, and you want to fuck. And it ain't no different from the situation from when you was with the stripper just a minute ago, and she was ready to give up some booty for some money. So why come? You know what? If this nigga is all they talk about is rapping and their music is always it's always about money, and they'll rob niggas for money. These niggas will cross their family, sell weed and coke, sell drugs to their mamas for some money. And y'all mean to tell me y'all think that these niggas won't go for some money? Who do y'all think y'all talking about? Y'all idolize money so much. Y'all put money up on a pedestal, and y'all think people with money ain't gonna take advantage of it? Get real. The problem doesn't start with the people like Diddy. The problem starts with the fact that people take money as the end all be all, and they don't value themselves, and they're willing to trade anything, including their self respect, for some money. That's what y'all need to be talking about. Because money's not going nowhere. People abusing power is never going to go anywhere. I'm just keeping it 1,000. It doesn't. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just putting it out on the table and letting it be known. We can keep going through this if we want to, but at the end of the day, it's just becoming where it's just like y'all just hating on these people because y'all not in the positions to do it. Because I know most of us, if we had positions of power at the amount of power like Diddy and them, we'd have done something snakish, something frowned upon too. That's why I said empathy is important. Quit enjoying seeing people falling from grace, people falling from their throne. That's a hater mentality. All right, like if this been going on for years, like there's been 20 plus years of Diddy being weird, Diddy being homosexual, homoerotic, all that, and ain't nobody never did nothing until now. I've been saying shit. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about dudes like this. And it just be like, oh, y'all just all just lollygag, milly-nilly, just walking around seeing all these dudes sagging and ain't nobody thinking that they're gay and stuff. Like, come on. Wake up. This is going on all the time, y'all. Not just people like Diddy. There's people way in lower ranking doing this. And then you got to put yourself in Diddy's shoes. You see how he did that with Mike Tyson when they was sitting there? How he had put his hand right there next to Mike Tyson's thigh, y'all? I'm trying to tell y'all, I recognize game. I done did the same shit. And some niggas don't move my hand, and rarely they do, or they'll get up and move. But that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't have no empathy. Y'all can't relate to this man. So y'all don't understand that. As a man, you can't go out and holler at other men that you want to talk to. You have to do other sneaky stuff. That's where DL society comes from. If it was accepted, he could have just hollered at Mike Tyson in the back, be like, hey, bro, like I'm feeling you. I want to, see what's up with you, type shit. You can't do that. So a lot of DL men, especially in Diddy's time, have grown up to learn these sneaky ways or these subtle ways, and then think about it. Put yourself in his shoes. If he did that same move that he did on Mike Tyson, I'm sure that y'all all done seen it. If you haven't, go look. If he's done that same move that he did with Mike Tyson 10, 15 times, and 9 to 10 of them went, and maybe 4 of them got up and walked off, or maybe 4 of them did what Mike Tyson did, you think he's not going to continue to try that move on all the other dudes that he's attracted to? Because he doesn't know he doesn't know who's going to go or not, because we get shocked too. All right, my bad, baby called me. But yeah. Y'all, we get shocked our damn selves, okay? I'm trying to tell you, empathy will help you. In all scenarios, practice empathy. And no matter if you like the person or not. Because it'll help you understand, and it'll humble you. It'll really get you at a peaceful state, okay? We get shocked our damn selves. You know how many dudes that I have thought was never going to go? And then they literally are the thirstiest. Like, we don't know. We don't know. So what y'all trying to tell us, we're a creep, or we're a pedophile, or we're, whatever, what is that word? Predatory. What was that word? Perverted. So we're perverted for shooting our shot the best way we can, because we grow up in a world that doesn't allow you to be yourself and actually just shoot your shot how you want to. So you have to figure out ways, and then 9 times out of 10, those ways are successful. So then when it's not successful, now you're risking being exposed and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you're just really trying to be yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's been a lot of pressure put on bisexual men to not be able to be themselves. Y'all have no idea what the struggle is. Being around straight men, especially Diddy, growing up around rappers, being around dudes that's literally got their ass out all the time, and you can't do nothing. You feel like they're teasing you. It feels like, you know, like if a schoolgirl was to walk around with a little short skirt around a whole bunch of straight dudes, right? Showing her little shit, like you can see her cheeks at the bottom of that skirt, right? She's clothed, so you know it could say, you know, she's not wanting of attention, or you don't have the right to holler at her. You don't have the right, man. Miss me, ain't no man getting ready to hear that. What you talking about? They gonna feel like that girl is trying to get advances. You know what I'm saying? And so we're conflicted because we're like, okay, we can't. So just imagine that little schoolgirl with that short skirt. You should go up and try to holler at her, and this bitch turn around and say, hell no, nigga, I ain't with none of that shit. Like, the fuck you thought this was? But why you got your ass out then? Cover it up. You know what I'm saying? I was so glad when I saw this dude on Twitter. He was actually in the locker room at a, 24-hour fitness, and this dude, he was jacking off, right? And this dude, or he's a content creator, right? So the dude was like a worker or something, but like he was sagging, and he was like, hey, what's up, bro? You get down? Like, while he was playing with his stuff, and the dude was like, nah, bro, like laughing and stuff. But it's like, and I was waiting to see something like that because I'm trying to see what is their reaction going to be when we actually start calling that what that is. We need to start calling it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Start addressing that as it is so that they can start pulling their pants up, because we're all acting like we don't see it and acting like this is just a part of the culture. And then they're just walking around acting like it's cool. And then that's why it makes them think that we're coming at them sideways or we're disrespecting them when we go to holler at them because they got their pants down or they got their ass showing. When really they need to learn and get it in their head that this is a gay thing. Sagging is gay. Just stop doing it if you don't want gay dudes hollering at you. That's it. Or wear shirts or get clothes that fit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Even Kevin Gates, nigga, them pants don't fit you, cuz. It don't matter if you're not sagging like that. You look like a bitch. That makes us think you want advances. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, straight men need to be aware of how they dress. Just like the pressure they put on women, they need to also know that shit work both ways. Okay? Period. But yeah, y'all, that's what it is. My perspective on what Diddy got going on. I think that he's just a man with power, and growing up in a society where you can't be yourself, and you had to do all that, and then you learned that people was gonna be quiet for you just because you could pay them off. People wasn't like it was successful for 20 plus years. This man been getting away with this shit for 20 plus years. Right on with R. Kelly. You think there's not nobody else that's getting away with hella stuff? So really, it just sucks for him that his money got shorter. He wasn't doing what he wasn't upholding these people like he used to. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with a whole bunch of crabs in a barrel mentality people, this is what you're gonna get. So hey, that is what it is. But as far as them kids, like I done said, I don't condone nobody touching no kids. Now, if he really did that and he was paying people's parents or paying kids to mess with them and to keep it on the low, get that nigga for that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But that's it for me, though. That's all I got to say for y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all on the next one. Okay?
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take?